여러분의 뜨거운 박수 함성으로 결승전 대결을 시작하겠습니다. 진짜 홍해우생 최초의 우승자가 나왔습니다. 그 이름은 다크 방영우.
Please welcome from the World Championship Series, Bomber
Liquid Tasia, champion!
2019 Mountain Dew GSL Season 3 Codex Reversal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the round of 32, Group H, the final group who will qualify into the round of 16. We've just seen a fantastic game number one with series number one with Trap, 2-0ing Tasia. Coming up now, I think the bigger question mark, possibly a closer game,
Yeah.
going to be Solar and Patience.
I have to be really worried if I'm Solar. I think I'm really worried if I'm Patience too, so this is really interesting. I think a lot of the time when you go into a match like this, as either player, you have a little bit of confidence if you're, you're like, right now I can't imagine either of them being really confident.
Sure.
Like Solar has to wonder, like, there's got to be something crazy going on, and Patience has to just be scared because Solar's just such a monster, right?
So, I mean, as we saw on the screen, there's 17 consecutive Codex seasons. That is unmatched. I think the only other player that's tied him right now is Dark, right? They're both at 17.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
You know the stats better than me,
trying,
apparently.
man. And so,
like an encyclopedia.
But man, Patience on the other side of the coin here, not a not scary player at all, right?
Well, Patience
terrifying to play
Patience
against.
dipped. Like, Patience has really high highs and really low lows, but he dipped for a certain period of time. I don't know what he was doing, if he was just not playing, and then he came back. I actually defeated him in one of the Codex qualifiers.
Oh, wow.
And then the next qualifier, he was just a monster and destroyed everybody.
Nice.
So, like, yeah, he has lows and highs, but if he's at his high, obviously he just defeats everybody. I mean, Maru,
No
like,
problem.
Yeah.
Just wipes the floor with him.
Yeah, we actually did an in-depth on him. He has a really interesting thought process on the way he moves his units and stuff.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to it, man. We can see the map set up here now. New Repugnancy, Thunderbird, and King's Cove. Good to see Thunderbird getting scrubbed in there. Now there are no Terrans.
Repugnancy map pick. First map pick. Interesting.
For Patience?
Yeah. Thunderbird second. This looks like somebody wants to be aggressive, the other person wants to macro. Like, you pick Thunderbird, you're like, I'm down to take a long game. We're going to have to see what happens in this game coming up.
Fight!
We do have a proxy hatch, by the looks of it. So yeah, we'll have to see what this has. There's two types of proxy hatches, and for those who don't know, there's the proxy hatch where you block the natural, and there's the proxy hatch where you build spine crawlers, you go for it, okay?
Sure.
I have to imagine that that's not what this is, but at the same time, it's taking a really weird route.
Now this is really interesting. This is Patience's map choice.
Yep. Okay, this looks like a normal proxy hatch.
And Solar just going to go straight for that proxy hatch.
Or not. It's hard to tell right now.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like a normal. Look at this. He looks like making it look like, oh yeah, I want to take my natural. Stop blocking me. And then,
Oh no, you're
what's up?
distracting me
Yeah.
so much. And then blammo,
Yep.
proxy hatchery.
Perfect.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so you said there were two types here where you
Yeah,
either
there's
just
two
take it
types.
or
The
you spine crawler
the spine
rush.
crawler type is really uncommon, especially on a map like this.
No gases yet? Does that change what he's going to
Oh
go
no,
for?
the spine crawler rush one is totally different. You don't even build it in the main; you build it somewhere else.
Okay.
And then you like walk the spines into the ramp.
Ah, okay,
basically.
okay.
But this is just a regular old. He probably wanted to go 3-hatch, but this pylon is blocking that, so he's just gonna go hatch gas pool.
Do you like the pylon block from Patience there?
Yes, it's very good.
Okay.
Like, if you let the Zerg just take 2 hatches and your natural's blocked, it's really obnoxious.
Because then he can just cancel the
Exactly.
Exactly.
He just cancels it whenever, and you just don't have a natural. Looks like Patience is going to do like possible adept pressure here, where you go like double adept across the map. And he's building 1 zealot. So far, so good. I think Patience has a lot of experience dealing with this, especially on ladder. That's a really weird position. Is that a full wall?
I'm actually not sure. I was just thinking that myself. It
My-
looks like it could be very
My
close.
Baneley all-in senses are tingling. It tells me that that's not a wall.
If anybody has Baneling all-in senses that'll tickle Jake, it's you.
I have like this incredible ability to just know when something isn't a wall and is a wall because I've played like 70,000 StarCraft 2 games.
Right,
So,
right.
Oh, look at this. This is so annoying.
Oh, this is disgusting. His patient's going
Is
to
he
get
not
it,
gonna
get it.
Oh,
get it,
wait,
get
he
it.
just attacked it. He could have got it
Wow.
if he didn't attack it. Okay, there's no way that's a wall. 0% chance.
Okay. but
He has to
still-
build another pylon. He might have to build 2.
Whoa.
I can't tell if it's the bottom. Though between the gate and the cyber, that's not a wall. But I'm wondering if the bottom side is a wall.
Okay, we see 6 Zerglings on the way here. 2 going straight up into the main. The Zealot lets it run straight by.
Nice scout. Stargate scout.
This is really going to tax Patience's micro here to see if he can save.
If he loses 1, he'll be really disappointed in him.
Okay, first
Okay.
Adept is out. We do see the Stargate about a third of the way done in the main. These Zerglings still poking around, though, still causing a little bit of trouble.
It's such a just weird setup to the beginning of the game. I think this favors Solar in the long run. Look at this Cybercore block.
Wow.
But at the same time, I'm wondering if a weird game favors Patience or not, just based off of who he is.
Look at that, the
That's-
abundance of caution there.
Why is this? Okay, no, he doesn't want to lose his
Yeah, he
out, I
doesn't want
guess.
to lose to the Broodlings that pop out there, and then he's going to
Could just walk it away, but sure.
Yeah, you know. He's getting style points from me, certainly. All right, so the Broodlings will scout that Stargate, and the Oracle is on
Look
its
how
way.
late.
How does Solar prepare for this
Okay,
back
look.
home?
Okay, never mind. I wanted to see if he was going to go through that Cybercore wall. I can't tell if he doesn't know it's not a wall. It has to not be a wall. I'm going to be mind blown if that is one. Because I would just link flood this if this was me.
Sure, sure.
Then I would look really bad if that was a wall. But anyways, we have a Spore on the way. Okay, it's there. There we go.
There we go.
I was
Fine.
psyching myself out. I'm like, maybe I don't have that touch anymore. Like, I've lost that ability.
Can be very different when you're watching the game and playing the game, to
Yeah.
be certain. So we see the third hatchery on the way for Solar. He's adding those Spore Crawlers. Is he going to be adequately prepared?
Yes.
Okay, so you think the Stargate not going to pay off then for Patience?
Well, you can use the Stargate as full utility throughout the game, defensively and aggressively. So even if he doesn't get anything on the offense, he can get something on the defense.
Okay.
Like you can take your third with the Oracle.
And there he is. He's dropping a...
That's the Nat, actually, I think.
That's just
It's
the
so
natural.
late, yeah.
Wow. I was like, oh yeah, he'll take a third. He's doing that right now. No. It's 4 minutes in.
Yeah.
He's just grabbing his natural expansion.
Oh, here goes 2 drones. This could be quite annoying, especially if he does like a multi-prong here. There's a lot
Yeah.
of lings here.
Links from the back, but he's lost a lot of links there.
Oh shit, it's all 4.
Straight into the main. Wow, going all out here. Takes a lot of the Zerglings out. Only 3 Zerglings left for Solar, and the Oracle working down that hatchery.
This is what Patience needs, actually, because he's so far behind if he doesn't do anything here. Like, look at how late the natural is. The only thing is 22 workers to 28. Where
Yeah.
are the drones?
I mean, he spent to making
And
links, right? 14
he should just
links
recall
about
these
to
out.
finish out. Yeah, he definitely should. He's not going to make it in time, though. They
He
found a
might
nice
recall
space.
as soon as the shade finishes. Let's see if he does. Okay, doesn't. Just going for the drone kills. This is still also an okay call, because there's nothing else you can really do here.
Yeah, 4 drone kills, not too bad there for our Protoss player Patience. And the Oracle is still alive, joined by a little buddy in the middle of the map, and the Phoenix there. This is where it starts to get dangerous for
29
me.
workers to 23. There's so many links. Solar had to respect those 4 adepts so hard. He built so many links when he wanted to build drones. Now he's behind economically. And he's still losing drones.
Double Oracle already works 7 drones.
How do you even come back now?
Make it 8.
Look
Make
how many
it
workers it
9.
is.
Oh, a good save there at the end. Does pick up
Oh.
1 Oracle, which is nice. But another one is
10
just
workers
finished
down,
up.
though. 10.
That's way too many workers down, Jake.
Yeah, I agree. Look at the resource loss rate, 1,574. It's still going up because this isn't links.
Disgusting. So 8 drones down. Your proxy has not really gotten the damage that it needed to get done. Your expansions have been delayed
Tech
by the
is behind,
Protoss
too.
player. Your tech is behind.
Yeah.
What is Solar's options here? What can he do from this besides pray?
Well, he definitely has to pray. I think he needs to play the passive game, obviously. There's no potential here for some all-in or something, even though he's building links.
Yeah,
I'm wondering...
he's making 8 more links here. That doesn't look super passive to me at all.
Well, he doesn't have a Baneling Nest or anything. I don't know what he's going to do with those.
You probably
I
will
think
be able
at
to
this
slow down
point,
this aggression.
he's kind of in like... There's like this point where you need to build links to not die, but you don't want to. 7 drones. I guess he just lost too many of links for his comfort.
Wow, okay. So Solar playing off the back foot here. This is going to be really bad. Well, 11 drones in production now. That'll definitely help him try to catch up here. But Patience with the Stargate, adding on the gateways back
Look,
home.
he has to build more
staying
links, though.
active, unreal.
He just lost all his links, so he needs to build them again.
Oh my goodness gracious. Patience doing a great job of controlling Solar's larva count for sure. Forge, Twilight Council.
Probably see a 3rd Nexus too.
He can probably safely defend that 3rd Nexus as well.
Definitely. We see a Roach Warren. It's quite late, so there's going to be no like real aggression against the 3rd. Whenever the 3rd is taken, I think he could have built. He could have been more aggressive with the 3rd. Uh-oh. Who is it? Is it us?
Uh-oh. Please leave. Observers,
We
please
can't leave. What do you mean? What are we going to do, cast it from here?
Yeah, we can just turn around over the shoulder, right,
Yeah.
and look at what's going on behind us to cast this game. So this is really interesting, though, because we've seen what Patience. Well, we talked in games 2 on Cobalt with Trap about how much he likes to control the pace of the game by controlling the map itself.
Right.
And we can see Patience doing that very well this game,
Well,
using those using the oracles and the Phoenix to really take control of the map.
The funny
and
thing is,
show
Solar
what he's doing.
started that. He started trying to take control of the game.
with the
Proxy Hatch.
Sure,
The Proxy
sure,
Hatch
sure.
was by far like the biggest thing to try and control the game. You're controlling when they take their natural. You're forcing them to react to something that they don't want to react to.
Sure, sure.
And then Patience just flipped that like 180. As soon as the hatchery went down, he went across the map with 4 adepts. He had 2 oracles, and then he just took control of the game immediately.
Yeah, Patience has had his foot on the gas this whole since defending that not the all-in, but since the unusual opening there from his opponent. He's done a really good job of staying on top of the game and really forcing Solar to make hard decisions about what he's doing. It's like a chess match, where you pin somebody else's unit. They've got to decide: do I want to lose my rook or do I want to lose my queen here?
Yeah. Well, you don't lose your queen, that's for sure.
That's true. That was too
You
easy.
get rid of your rook.
Let's rook or yeah. Anyway, so Patience doing a good job, I think. Is he ahead so much this game that he's going to win absolutely? I mean, if we look at the
If the
supplies,
game
it looks
goes
fairly
on,
even, right?
If this game ends, it's going to end in the next minute or two, right? With some kind of attack that Solar can't defend.
Sure. Just
If it
mass
doesn't
adept or
end like
something?
that, we'll give Solar enough time to even out the game.
Okay.
And the problem is, I think Solar is a stronger macro player overall.
Right. He's
So
chosen Thunderbird.
I'm
for
wondering
his map.
if that means Patience is going to jump on him. Because we haven't seen the 3rd yet. We do see a Forge, though, which would tend to mean it's a little bit of a later game because you need to wait for your +1.
Right.
Otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense. You'll get +1 and then attack him before it finishes.
Right. So if you put yourself in Patience's shoes here, is it mass adept? Is it drop a robo and maybe hope for that if you're to wait on the Forge anyway? Or what makes the
I
most
think you
sense
just
for a
take your
Protoss
3rd.
player?
You get your +1, right?
Okay.
We kind of feel out what he's doing. You see if he's building Roaches, if he's building Aspire, if he's building Hydra, Ling Bane, whatever it is.
Sure.
Get up your 3rd economy and then go for a 3-base timing before anything crazy comes out. You don't want to wait till Broodlords get out. You don't want to wait till Hydra Ling Bane with a huge upgrade lead or something comes out.
Of course.
That's what we're setting up for right now, and he has full potential, harass potential right now. There is no Prism yet, but we'll see that.
Right.
I promise
no
you.
robo at all yet. I don't think he's just got the Stargate, Forge, and
There's
Twilight
an Immortal
down.
on the way.
Oh, there is an Immortal on the way.
I'm cheating.
Okay.
I can see that.
That is cheating. You cheater, you. So put yourself in the other player's shoes. Then Solar, he's dropping that Roach Warren. He's trying to get up to Lair Tech. What's he thinking right now?
I think
other
Solar
than
knows
panic?
he's a little bit. Solar knows he has no potential to actually do something right now on
Okay.
the other side of the map.
Okay.
There are points where Zerg players know they can do something. For example, let's say you kill a bunch of adepts in your mineral line. You're like, what could you have? You could have 1 warp in.
Okay.
Or maybe you kill a warp prism and you're like, okay, now I can do something like that.
Get some breathing room.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. There's just nothing. And Solar is good enough to know the unit count before you even see it.
Okay.
There's a thing that pro gamers know what you're spending your money on before you spend it or before they see it.
Sure.
Because there's only a natural thing that you spend your money on.
Right.
Either
the
your
the number
third
of options
or your
he's got
army
has been
or your
decreased
tech.
significantly.
Yeah. So he
It's-
can kind of guess what's coming, probably.
And Solar just unable to really invest into anything right now. I mean, he's
Yeah.
burned. I would love to see how many lings he's burned this game alone. Right?
Oh,
He has lost. Oh my
They
God! They're
showed us
listening to me on the cast.
42 lings.
42 lings already
Yeah.
down this game. That's
The sad thing
incredible.
is he doesn't want to lose them because every time he loses them, he builds them again.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I found is really strange. He's forced to build
He's
so many
forced to
lings
trade
and drones.
them, exactly. Because you
He's
don't
got nothing
trade them,
left.
the adepts trade in your base.
Sure. That's a
So-
really good play from Patience.
It is. You're right.
Nice.
Patience is controlling the link count without even really intentionally doing it.
Beautiful. There's so much on the line this game for these two players. If we can back out from the game from just a minute and sort of look at the overall structure of the WCS Korea circuit in general, these two players, I was looking up before the game, are very close to each other in WCS points. Just a few hundred or 25 points away from each other, I think, so almost identical. And they're down at like the 14 and 17 position. So obviously the top 8 players in the Korea circuit go on to BlizzCon at the end of the year, which is sort of, I mean, the ultimate goal for these players is to really go to BlizzCon. It's a very, very big tournament to get into. So these two players at 14 and 17. But what's most interesting to me
14 and 17 seems low for both of them.
it does, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Anyway, so they are a little bit low. But what's interesting to me is that a lot of the players in the like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 spots, I've got the numbers slightly wrong, but something like 7 or 8 of the players that are normally above them are already out of the GSL, have already been eliminated this season, meaning that there's a hard cap on their points that they can get because the only big remaining
Super
tournament here in Korea
Actually, GSL
is
versus the
Super
World too,
Tournament.
right?
And they get a couple points from that. I don't think it's quite as many, though.
Well, if they win,
That's
that
true.
has to be enough to get in.
That's true.
It's interesting. I think Super Tournament's going to be a big one for all of them. And the thing is, Super Tournament's a weekend tournament.
Right.
So a lot of like crazy things can happen.
The weekend tournament is, and I feel like that's just changed in the last year or so, that we've really started to realize that weekend tournaments and these longer tournaments really favor
Yeah.
different players and different styles very heavily.
Yeah.
I mean, you pro gamers,
Pro
might have known about
gamers
it for
probably
a
have
long
known it for a
time,
really long time, but
but the internet's
it's
just starting to discover the beauties of the differences between these two tournaments.
well, because you got to look at the comparison. You're like, why are all the Terrans winning in this tournament and all the Zergs winning in this tournament? Whatever.
Sure.
It's less like that. But at some point, it was literally Serral and Maru. There was no other one,
it.
other champions. So
That's it. So yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see what these guys go for, because Solar and Patience are tussling head-to-head. Obviously, Tasia sort of out of the running for WCS because he's just rejoining
Unless
to the
he champions
GSL.
it.
Unless
that would be so sick.
I don't know what's it's not Royal Roading your first one back, but if he first one back after military service, he makes it all the way through.
Is there something for that? A name?
No, but there should be.
There definitely should be. We'll call it that person award or whatever. Yeah, Royal Road is when you get
First one in, and they go all the way through.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, if you qualify for your first GSL and make it all the way through.
Right. There's very few Royal Roaders.
Oh yeah, it's
But I don't even know if Royal Roading is even possible anymore.
man. Because
Because think about
so
it. If
developed
somebody
these
comes,
days.
if somebody comes in here and you don't know who this is, what's the chance of them being a champion?
Yeah, who-
Like, how do you just like show up and beat people that are 7,000 MMR?
I know.
Like that have been established for 8 or 9 years.
What
Like,
for-
it's
what for-
impossible now.
What 14-year-old kid is going to wake up on Christmas morning and his parents are going to gift him a copy of
And he's just
StarCraft
like,
2 and he's
I'll-
going to
I'll
be like,
try
"Oh,
it." I mean, like,
StarCraft 2. I'll
I'm-
see what I can
yeah.
do. And then he just destroys
Never.
everyone.
That's only really a thing in the beginning of the game.
Right.
So I would love to see it happen though. It'd be so cool. It'd be like the coolest thing ever. Like even when Raynor
Dude.
got really good,
Oh, yeah.
everybody knew about him. Everybody.
Well, maybe you guys did. Some of the viewers
If
did.
you lose to a random 14-year-old, okay, like I know who this is now.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't just
definitely.
lose to him and be like, ah.
It's a quick way to make a reputation very quick when you're younger than Marty McFly and you're beating guys who are as experienced as Doc Brown in StarCraft 2, right?
We knew he was going to do really well, I think, for a long time.
What were the tells for a young player that shows that they're going to be really promising?
Honestly, playstyle.
Yeah?
I think a lot of it's playstyle and like, because when they play a certain way, you can just tell that they have a lot of potential.
Is it their micro? Is it their decision making?
Micro decision making, like the way they react to certain things. There's just a lot of things you pick up if you're playing a game, and especially if you're the opponent, because there are subtle things you're showing them.
Sure, sure.
And if you realize they picked up on those subtle things you showed them, react perfectly, and played the game out, you're like, oh my god, this guy's a monster, right?
after you type in a lot of curse words at him in the in-game chat,
You
then
can
you
do
sit
that.
back and you go,
Avoid
oh,
that, yeah.
this guy. Interesting.
It's very interesting to think about. I didn't personally play Raynor, but I've played people like that.
Sure.
Where like I'll show something really subtle,
go.
and they'll just pick up on it immediately. I'm like, holy cow, this guy's good. Because I'll do
Excellent.
things that nobody should ever see, and they do. It's crazy.
Interesting. So remaining this year, GSL Super Tournament, GSL versus the World, and that's pretty much it for the Korea
Yeah.
circuit, right?
This tournament's gonna be important.
Yeah, definitely.
Not for the people that we assume that will go to BlizzCon already. Like Classic doesn't really care. I don't think Maru doesn't really care.
Well, Classic can't go to BlizzCon. His military service is going to start before then, I believe.
Yeah.
Unless he
I
gets another
actually
deferment?
don't know how it works, but
Yeah.
I know it's possible.
Yeah, there's a big question mark there
It's a
for
big
sure.
question mark. I hope he goes. I'll be so sad because this would be the greatest BlizzCon story. Because Classic is
Oh,
totally a BlizzCon
man.
champion level player.
Oh,